Hello everyone. In the last classes, we have learned how to identify object or person or place. Let's revise those. Kore, sore and are represent this, that and that one. So kore is for this, the thing which is near to speaker. Sore is for the thing which is near to the listener, and that is why it is translated as that. And are is for the things which is far for both the listener and the speaker. So when we say koreva pen des, so this is pen. This is the katakana word for pen. Pe na. Koreva pen des. Why it is written in katakana? Because earlier Japanese used to write with brush, and that was called fude. So pen was not available in Japan. It was not found in Japan. It is an introduction from a foreign country, and that is why Japanese write pen in katakana, to show that it is a non-native word. Next is sore wa kaban des. So kaban is a bag. Sore, that. Sore wa kaban des. That is a bag. Now we learn how to add or show relationship. Okay, my pen, his book, my father's university. So how do we add noun or pronoun in that sense? So when I say that one is my table, which is far for the speaker and the listener, that will be are. Are wa watashi no tsukue desu, where tsukue is table and watashi is I. So are wa watashi no tsukue desu. Watashi no tsukue, my table. If I want to say my pen, it will be watashi no pen. Similarly, if I want to put a question, what is that or what is this, then we can have kore for this, and nan is for what. Nan is what. So kore wa nan desu ka? What is this? We can also use nani for what. So there is difference where we use nan and where we use nani. Nan will be used when there is des, and nani will be used when there is another particle after it. We'll learn that in the other class now. Next is, if we have identified the object already, okay, so we have identified that this is a pen. Now we'll talk about the pen. Okay, this pen is expensive, or this pen is red, or this pen is old. So now we are explaining more about the pen. So this pen is mine. If we say kono pen, so when the object has been already identified, it will come with kono, sono or ano. So this pen is mine. So mine will be watashi no. Kono pen wa watashi no desu. Next is, if we want to say that bag is new, so atarashi is new. Sono kaban wa atarashi desu. Kaban, bag, atarashi, new. That bag is new. Next is ano tsukue. Ano tsukue wa furui desu. So ano, which is far. So that table is furui desu. So here that and here that has one difference. That is near to the listener. Near to the listener. And this that is actually for both the speaker and the listener. Next is for the place. Koko, Soko and Asoko. Koko is here, Soko is there, and Asoko is over there. So Koko is here, or you can also say sometime this place. Okay. Koko wa kyoshitsu desu. Kyoshitsu is the combined sounds. Kyo, ki, yo, long sound. Then shitsu. Kyoshitsu is classroom. Koko wa kyoshitsu desu. Here is a classroom, or this place is a classroom. Next, Soko wa daigaku desu. There is a university. Soko is that place or there. Daigaku is university. Daigaku, university. Next, Asoko. Asoko is again the place which is far for the both the speaker and the listener. So it is over there. Asoko wa otera desu. Otera is the word for temple. Otera desu. What is shrine in Japanese? The Shinto shrine, temple for the Shinto believers. That is called jinja. So if you want to say shrine, it will be jinja. Asoko wa doko desu ka? You can say Asoko wa jinja desu. The Buddhist shrine or the Shinto shrine is called jinja. Next is Soko wa doko desu ka? What is there? The question for Koko, Soko and Asoko is doko. So doko is where. Doko is where. Now we also learn about the particle mo, which means also. So kore wa pen desu. Kore wa pen desu. This is a pen. Sore mo pen desu ka? Is that also a pen? So is that also a pen? So soremo is that also. Pen desu ka? Pen. Koremo pen desu. Hi, you can add here. Hi. Koremo pen desu. Next is, so mo is used for also. Kore wa pen desu. And there is someone else also, and he is also having a pen, and I can ask him, Sore mo pen desu ka? And that person will say, Hai, kore mo pen desu. And that is how the particle mo is used for the meaning of also. Next is des, deva arimasen deshita, or deva arimasen deshita. So what are these? Des is used for the present tense. In Japanese, present tense and future tense are the same. So we don't distinguish between the present and future tense when we are speaking in Japanese. And next is negative, deva arimasen. So it also stands for the both the present tense and the future tense. Next is deshita, which is past tense, and deva arimasen deshita is past negative tense. Okay, so past tense in negative will be deva arimasen deshita. Koko wa gakko desu. Here is a school. Next is koko wa gakko de wa arimasen. So de wa arimasen will be negative. It will change the sentence into here is not a school. Next is koko wa gakko deshita. Here was a school. So gakko, school, is a constant in all the sentences. What we are changing is the tense or the positive or negative. So this is a positive sentence. Deva arimasen is used for negative. Deshita is used for past. And finally, Deva arimasen deshita will be used for past negative. So koko wa gakko deva arimasen deshita will mean here was not a school. Okay, so this is how we finish des deva arimasen and deshita deva arimasen deshita. Next we learn adjectives. So we know now that adjectives are of two types. The first type is called E type and second type is called Na type. All the adjectives ending with E are called E type adjectives, and those which doesn't ends with E are Na type adjective. So let's see the few examples first. Adjective oki, then chisai, these are E type adjective. Okay is big, chisai is small. So these adjectives are given in pair. Atsui is hot, samui is cold. Now if we are talking about weather, it will be samui, but if we talk about the object, it will be tsumetai. Both mean cold, but it is for the object. The things we can touch is sumetai if it is cold, but thing which we cannot touch, like weather, we can only feel it, it will be samui. Next is again atsui. Atsui also means thick, and opposite will be usui, which means thin. Next is atarashi. Atarashi is new. Next is furui, which is old. Next is E. E is good, and opposite of E is varui, which is bad. Next is hayai. Hayai is fast or early, whereas osoi is late. Next we have chikai, which is near. Then toi, which is far. So this is the E type adjective. There are many E type adjectives, and these are the few examples from them. Now let's go to the Na type adjective. So shizuka. Shizuka is quiet. So it is not ending with E, that is why it is Na type adjective. Next is nigiyaka, which is lively. Then benri. Benri is convenient. Fuben is inconvenient. Now fukuzatsu, which is complicated. Khantan is simple or easy. Jimmy is sober. You can use it for color. And then Hade is gaudy, the bright. Shinsetsu is kind. Mujihi is unkind or cruel maybe. Next is zozu. This jozu is skillful. When you are good at something, you call jozu. Heta. Heta is bad at something. Okay. So these are the E type and Na type adjective. Now there are few exceptions which ends with E but are actually Na type. Let's see those. Or first let's make a sentence from E type adjective. If it is E, which is good, and I want to say Mr. Tanaka is a good person, we'll use Tanaka-san wa ii hito desu. So E and hito, the person, will come together and there is no change, no rule. Tanaka-san wa ii hito desu. Next is Na type adjective shinsetsu. If I want to say Mr. Tanaka is kind, I'll say Tanaka-san wa shinsetsu na hito desu. So that is the difference. When it is E type adjective, we just write E type adjective and add it with noun. And when it is Na type adjective, we add Na before adding noun. So shinsetsu is a Na type adjective and that is why we are adding Na before it. Now let's move for the E ending Na type adjective. So kirei, it ends with E but it is Na type adjective. So if I want to say Miss Suzuki is a beautiful person, okay, so it will be Suzuki san wa kirei na hito desu. Kirei na hito, beautiful person. Next, teinei, it is again polite. It ends with E but it is Na type. Similarly, yume, famous. Next is shitsure, which is impolite. This shitsure is also used for greetings when you are coming in between something or when you are leaving before somewhere. So you always say shitsure shimasu, which means sorry for being rude or sorry for leaving early, sorry for interfering. You know, those meanings are represented by shitsure shimasu. Next is kirai, which means to dislike something. Kirai is opposite of suki. So suki is to like, kirai is to dislike. But Japanese people avoid using these harsh words in their daily life, though the vocabulary exists. So kirai is dislike. Next is tokui. Tokui is being good at something again or being skillful. And last is aimai. Aimai is ambiguous. When you say the expressions are ambiguous, you'll say yogen wa aimai desu or aimai na yogen desu. So if you want to say ambiguous expression, it will be aimai na yogen desu. Next we learned about location, which was place ni non-living ga arimasu. For example, tsukue ni hon ga arimasu. So tsukue is table, on the table. Hon ga arimasu. Hon is book. Ga arimasu. So here hon is book, which is non-living. And that is why arimasu is coming. Next, place ni living being ga imasu. So isu ni neko ga imasu. Now neko is cat, which is a living being, and that is why we are using imasu. Let's see if we stretch the sentences. First we make skue ni hon ga arimasu. It means there is book on the table. Skue no ue ni hon ga arimasu. We have specified the location now. No ue ni. It will mean on the top of. We can replace no ue ni or ue with any other location vocabulary, such as inside or in the front or at the back, under. So those vocabularies are, if we say shita, it will be under. When we say mai, it will be front. When we say ushiro, it is back. So we can replace ue with shita, mai, ushiro, or even naka, which means inside. Okay, so now skue no ue ni hon ga arimasu means there is a book on the table. It has the same meaning, but this sentence has specified more. Now if we stretch, okay, that there is book and then there is a pencil. So empitsu is pencil. Skue no ue ni hon to empitsu ga arimasu. This to represent and. So to is to and add to nouns. Noun to noun. Next is skue no hon ni ue ni hon ya empitsu ya pen nado ga arimasu. So this is the pattern ya nado. So you can understand this ya is being used as comma and nado is etc. So if there are two or more things and we want to say, and there is a book, there is a pencil and there is a pen etc. on the table. So tsukue no ue ni hon ya empitsu ya pen nado ga arimasu. Next, if we want to put a question, skue no ue ni nani ga arimasu ka? Nani is what? Nani ga arimasu ka? Skue no ue ni nani ga arimasu ka? What is there on the table? But if we are not sure that there is something, we'll ask skue no ue ni nani ka arimasu ka? Skue no ue ni nani ka arimasu ka? So ga will change into ka. Okay. Skue no ue ni nani mo arimasen. If we want to say there is nothing, so nothing answer will be given with nani mo. So again let's repeat. Skue no ue ni nani ga arimasu ka? Skue no ue ni nani ka arimasu ka? So nani ka would mean anything. Is there anything on the table? So the person will say skue no ue ni nani mo arimasen. If there is nothing. Iie skue no ue ni nani mo arimasen. No, there is nothing on the table. In case there is, we can say hai. Skue no ue ni we can say kaban ga arimasu. It means there is a bag. Yes, there is a bag on the table. Thank you.